Here's a doozy. This one will keep you up at night. Kind of like the thought of Freddy Krueger coming through your door and then sucking your cock while you're asleep. Well, I've lost 70% of the ad rev on this one, and we're 12 seconds in. That's always a good sign. But I want you to think about the following question. And if you've got your journal, you should always have your journal accompanied with you anytime that you're ever watching Jordan Shanks. And by journal, I just mean a scrapbook. We're taking you back to kindergarten. And extra points if it does have one of those cut-out clowns of a bunch of collage paper together on the front. Maybe you can even write your name in really crap writing on the front. Sandy, age 42. Who is actually a real person, I probably shouldn't have used their name. Okay, here's what you're going to write down now. You are going to write down the following quote. Internal versus external focus. Where are you? We're going to map that out. The reason we are going to map that out is because that is going to determine the quality of your life to a wide degree. From everything from slaying in the puss game, to slaying in the Ash K Abgray Adlay, to trying to talk while there is a siren over the front. It is so rude that some people are having heart attacks while the rest of us are trying to work and not getting stressed out to the point that the ambulance is going to come here next and give us a heart attack. Well, anyway, here's what you're going to write down. Oh my God, it never ends! Why is there so many dying people around here? It doesn't even look that old when I walk out. It's not one of those Greek suburbs with the use a hose to blow off the leaf. It's not that. This is where all the hip young people that wish that they lived in Silicon Valley but don't live in Sydney. So you are going to write down internal versus external focus. What do I mean by internal versus external? A really good example of something that is internal is something that you can do yourself. Something that you can do yourself to better your own personal, emotional / psychological state. Something that is external is something that you are relying on. So, for instance, classic, validation from a chick. Really good one. Back then in my video, Tony Robbins made me cry. And then there was all these idiots saying, fuck Tony Robbins, to which I say, those people are absolute losers and they're going to accomplish nothing in their lives. Usually they're too scared to even put their name next to it. It's always like that X101 thing. Anyway, I'm just obviously really butthurt that somebody dared question the God Emperor. But they don't. They always have really crap responses like, he's a con man. Why? Because he's rich. It's so dumb. Anyway, also, I'm much more enlightened than Tony Robbins. Did you know that? Did you know that he doesn't read philosophy and psychology? What philosophy and psychology do you read? I just read around. Anyway, sorry. It's so unbelievable. You looking at that man and thinking that you've accomplished more in life than him. Sorry. As you can see, it's a sore point. But one of the things that I was talking about in it was a huge thing that it was just a deep, underlying psychological childhood wound meant that I was externally focused. Was. Never will be for the rest of my life. Obviously, you flutter in and out of these because your focus changes all the time. But one of the main lenses that I see life through is this going to please an audience? If I pull my ass out in front of this audience, will they clap? Which is what I used to do in high school. Still would if people were saying, if you do that, you will go to jail. If jail was not an inhibitor and it got a bunch of, yeah, Geordie, I would do it. Classic class clown syndrome. Ain't I cute? All right, but you are going to be doing the exact version of that. You are just going to be writing down. We're just going to get this into your head, this framework to go through life. What am I looking at the moment? Is it internal or external? So, with that, what am I looking for? I'm looking for external validation. If my happiness is kind of conducive, or not really happiness, more focus in life. More focus in life is, are those people going to clap? Now, there is obviously a bunch of things that I had to change within myself that made me more internally focused, in that I think that I have a really well-refined brain as a result of looking into self-help to sculpt the kind of person that can hold someone's attention by talking for an hour straight. Serious personal development has to go into that to get to the stage where you can go, I was at the shops and keep people's attention. and keep them coming back year after year to pay money for, did you know that Coles? Serious things have to go into that. You really have to develop your mind, sort of like how people bodybuild. You have to create your brain in such a way that you become one of those freaks that's, massive biceps and my tricep is just an A4 sheet of paper. Horizontal, of course. That's what I want from you. That's what I want from you. So yes, obviously, there's going to be things that you get out of seeking external validation, but internal validation comes from things like, okay, I can look at a bush right now and feel gratitude. It's just something that I'm obviously linked to. I'm particularly sensitive to the environment. If I ever see one of those starving African children ads, I'm like, sounds like a great comedy. Maybe I'll go to Africa. Seems like they know how to have a laugh, right? And then if I see even an ant with one broken leg in the sun, poor guy. Maybe I should go to the vet. How much to fix this ant? $10,000. You don't have to ask, just take the money out of my account. That's something that I do. So obviously, when I ever look at trees or an animal, I've linked myself to feel gratitude. You can do exactly the same thing because this is what we're going to do. This is a two-pronged approach. The first thing you are going to find out is 3 things that you focus on regularly. What are they? What are they? What are you trying to seek in life? And are they dependent on external validation? Another classic one is, if my crush likes me, I feel good. Well, if that's the case, you've really doomed yourself to, first off, even if you got into a relationship with that person, you will freak them out eventually because no one wants to be around someone who's needy, especially women. Men can kind of hack it, actually. Men don't mind being around a needy woman. They probably will live the rest of their life, admittedly, in some dim form of misery if that's the case. But women hate a needy man because genetically, what is a man supposed to do? Look, there's going to be counterexamples of that. Ones that just see them there like, I'm just going to think of him as my son. That's how I'm going to get around it. But traditionally, as it was the most profound thing that I ever heard Chris Rock say, which is that love for a man is very conditional. They have to provide. Yeah? So you need to get that neediness out of you if you're ever going to attract anyone in the first place. You cannot be linked to the validation of your crush in life. If you are, that is, they will not be attracted back. Even if you are able to trick them into sleeping with you a couple of times, eventually they're just going to go, I can do better. And they can, let's be honest. That's a classic example of that. But whatever they are, I want you to figure out what are your guiding seeking modes in life. Are they external or internal? Internal, another one that I have is every time I do this, I feel a little jolt of excitement because it reminds me that, oh my God, that is amazing that I can do that. There's very few creatures on earth that have this. Obey the claw. And every time I do it, it just G's me up. Doesn't matter what it is. What you are going to do is you're going to think of 3 things that are in your control right now that need no validation from anyone external, just from you, that you can get to improve your state. I suggest that you link something up to being excited, something up to being grateful, and something up to feeling powerful, right? I want those 3 emotions linked up to something in your life. Another one that I have is peace. Every time that I ever want peace now, I just look at something that doesn't move. This, for instance, I will get peace looking at scissors that are this close to my eye. You would think that it's probably a stupid thing to link up to feeling peaceful, but I'm just saying, any inanimate object whatsoever. Yeah, I feel peace. You're going to do the same, and you are going to thank me for it. And the way that you are going to thank me for it is you're going to sign up to Jordan Shanks, because if you thought that that's going to improve your life, and boy howdy it will. If you do that homework right there, the quality of your life will vastly improve just from that little tip. But the things that I have behind the paywall, obviously, they are the treasures that are yours by token of admission. It's kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean, except for cheaper, because what do you do there on that ride? Yay, it cost me $120 to go in here. Oh, fuck, it takes an hour to line up. Oh, it was kind of fun for 2 minutes. $100 for that? I'm giving you hours upon hours of gold, true gold that will enrich your life. Gold that you can take and then put inside here. And all you have to do is collectively give me gold. A goldie. That is all that it costs to get in. $2, $5 if you want 2 extra videos, and obviously it progresses in quality. Yeah, the $2 one is amazing in comparison to this as well. This is just the shit, but this will completely alter your life if you pay attention to what I'm saying and actually apply it. But then, second level. Damn, that's good as well. Well, that was the most convincing sign up that I've ever had. Links below. Make sure that you sign up. Again, the motto, you're only cheating yourself if you don't. And I'll see you next time. Shazam.